How we're gonna start. All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Wake Up. We're out here in Chicago, so let's give it up for Chicago. Today's topic we're going to be speaking about, and it's been seeing a lot of posts about this lately. Is women talking shit about men getting the verified badge, or people paying for the verified badge on Facebook or Instagram, and saying, I thought little baby slid in my DMs, but I had Bob the gardener slip my DMs. We'll start with me. Typically, I always give a good point of view, and then we'll go down to the panel here. I think it's okay. I think it's good. I don't think, women should think like a man is any less if he paid for that badge or not. I think that badge is, if you want it, pay for it, get it. It's fine. If you feel that, it's something you need, that's it. And kind of go from there. But I also don't discriminate against anybody that's, saying, oh, this guy's a bum. He's got 200 followers there. He might own a business. He might do something nice, and he wants to verify who he is. A lot of people don't know that the algorithm actually points people to higher views. A lot more followers are gotten by that verification badge. And you women, you guys have fake ass, fake titties, fake a lot of things, and you've been faking it for a long time. But, us getting a verified badge, it's a big problem for you guys. And I think that's, just shows that how different we are. But we're probably going to just go here and, everybody give their point of view. You'll give your name and then your point of view on the topic.
So my name's Money Mayha. I work at a radio station here in Chicago, Power 92. I'm their midday host, 10 to 3 p.m. I haven't really heard this. I just heard that whenever anybody gets the blue check, whenever they pay for it, that it's just corny. And to me, I'm over that conversation. I really don't care if you get it or you don't. However, for the people who are influencers who are putting in a lot of work, it just kind of makes you not really want it no more. You know what I mean? To me, it's just it kind of waters it down. But that's how I feel about it. I don't think any less of a man. I don't think any less of a woman. I really don't care. I just don't care.
You got no opinion on it, basically?
I mean, I just don't think that it's that bad. For women to stop talking to men completely about it.
I mean, women used to be like, oh, he's got the blue check mark. Let me hook up with him. It used to be that bad. And I'm not lying. I've seen it.
I feel like a lot of women back before it happened were definitely giving the blue checks play.
Yeah.
Okay, blue checks matter. Blue checks be in my DM. What? So to me, I don't even care though, because men been getting fake a lot of shit. BBLs, abs, hairlines. I mean, who cares about a blue check at this point? I don't.
So you're not discriminating?
I'm not. No, absolutely not.
Okay. Hey, Khalid, what about you? Now
Khalid got a blue check already. What?
Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you. You're good. You don't need to even talk.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? It's DJ Khalid, the Haitian Sensation. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I've had a blue check for a few years. So I use the example of this. Before I had my blue check, I was not getting as much play
blue checks matter.
From the baddies, quote unquote. Once I got my blue check, the shit went all the way up. So for somebody who's really experienced it, to me, I think it's kind of whack. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So it just devaluated you, though. It devaluated the guys that had the blue check.
So now I gotta put in even more. Not saying that I don't put in, because I really do this shit. You know what I mean? I think me earning it, and when I got it, it's been a few years. I've been on the tours. I work with major artists, celebrities, actors, actresses, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it was, because if you go on Instagram and you look up my name, it's hella fake pages. I mean, I feel like it should be for what it's supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's not that anymore, because it's let's just say, what did you say, Bob the Builder or something?
Bob the Builder.
It's in your DMs, but when you look on his shit, you don't got hella fake pages. It's just you're just doing that to look cool. I feel like a lot of people are doing that shit just so they could feel like they're somebody, but they're not really.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's somebody, but you get what I'm saying? We're talking about if you're in the industry, if you really working, you really doing shit. You get what I mean? So I deserve that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. That's kind of how I feel about it.
Okay, so you feel like you deserve it because
I put in the work.
Because you DJ, right? You're a DJ.
I'm a DJ, artist, producer.
Okay, so you do a lot of work, right?
Yeah, and I work with some of the top people in this shit. You know
All
what I'm saying?
So let's break it down a little bit. So Bob the Builder owns fucking 40 trucks. He's he builds a lot of shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Bob the Builder can't. It's hard to get pussy as Bob the Builder, right? I mean, girls don't even look at Bob the Builder. They look at you more than they look at, right?
I guess.
Yeah, maybe if he's driving, depending on what kind of car Bob the Builder is driving. But I'm just saying in general, like it kills the average guy. I think that blue check mark really killed the guy that's very successful too. To a certain point.
I agree.
But we'll get back to this. I'm not gonna drill you on this. Why don't we go over here? What's your opinion and your name?
I'm Ariel from West Town.
Okay.
I feel like you make a very valid point when you talk about the algorithm and just being able to get your name out there. But I also feel like when it comes to social media and it comes to stuff like being verified, a lot of people do that to validate themselves like as a person. And I don't believe that you really need that. I know a bunch of successful people that don't have a blue check and, probably, well, now they can if they pay like $13 a month. But I just feel like, people want to feel like they're somebody and it's okay to not be somebody.
Okay. Your name and your opinion? Yeah.
So I'm Elle, and I think personally, that the blue check is a great opportunity for people because I feel like in Chicago specifically, a lot of people get overlooked if they don't have the resources. So if somebody has that blue check next to their name, it will draw traffic to their page. And some people are really out here grinding. They're working really hard, but they just don't have the resources to put themselves out there. So I do believe that can create traffic.
Do you know what it was actually to get a blue check beforehand? Like what you had to do?
They were paying for blue checks before, and they were also paying for followers. Like you would see people that have 20K followers and they have 15 likes on their pictures, and it's like, how does that make sense?
Yeah, they actually like the like button now. You don't have to show how many likes you get, what you do, or whatever.
Yeah,
so they were saying that was something psychological and actually younger women's heads that was. If they post a picture and they weren't as beautiful or didn't get a lot of likes, it would actually detriment their health. As weird as that sounds, but it's true. Why don't you go over here? Your name and how you feel about it?
I'm K Finesse from Instagram.
You're what?
K Finesse.
K Finesse. Okay,
Yes,
you're from Instagram? Or?
No,
Okay.
I'm from Humble Park.
All right.
I don't know. I just feel like I don't feel like it's a bad thing, but I don't feel like it's good either because there's a lot of people who have worked their way to get the verified check, and then there's a lot of people who like.
But wait, you said work their way. Like, do you know what it takes to get a verified check? Like before the paid. Can you elaborate on that?
I feel like in this world, it's not about what you know.
No. Stop for a second. Do you know what it takes to get a verified check before the payment?
Can you tell us?
No. No one tell.
No, I don't.
So you don't know.
Not at all.
Okay, so can we go on to the next person? Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mandy, and I currently reside in Wisconsin.
Oh, you're in Wisconsin. Okay, you're just out here in Chicago.
Out here in Chicago for today.
All right, cool.
So personally, I feel like, I have a lot of friends who are in the industry, and they work really hard trying to get that blue check because it does actually help you either get deals or if you're trying to work with people. It does seem like they get the perks from having the blue check, but at the same time, I feel like you buying the followers or the blue check. I feel like that's a lot.
Do you know what it takes to get that?
Yes.
What does it take?
So I think you have to have publishing, postings.
Okay, so just news articles pretty much, right?
News articles, and you kind of have to prove yourself that you are an important figurehead in the community. So
okay.
For the people, if you could just easily buy it, I do understand the heart for the people who don't have the resources or the capacity to get seen, but also I feel like that's tough for them to just cop out and buy.
Now, a guy, are you single or not?
I'm single.
Okay, so when a guy slides in your DMs and has that little blue check mark, you look at it faster, right?
Not necessarily, no.
Not necessarily?
I respond to my DMs when I get to them. So either if I see the blue check or not, I keep it the same.
Okay, now Khalid, let's go back to you. You said before you had it, and then when you did have it, you said the percentage of women just skyrocketed, correct?
It did.
Okay.
Yes.
So you would say you get a lot more attention when you did have it?
when I did have the blue check. Yeah, definitely. Like motherfuckers respond way quicker. And it's not even just women too. It's like maybe I'm trying to reach out to another artist. If my shit wasn't blue before then, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's kind of taking away the value for somebody who really do this shit. And not saying like Bob the Builder doesn't do the shit, woo, but it's just like more so like I feel like the blue check shit was more for like people who work in a prospective industry, but it's really like at the top.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like when we talk about elite, for me, somebody like me, when we talk about elite DJs, I'm an elite DJ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
To your like audience, like people that watch you,
audience,
correct? Yeah.
Like, but yeah.
Like Bob the Builder might be elite in the construction field. Like they may be like, that's that man right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a little, you know, verifying on what, you know, somebody does and what they don't do. But she said you got a question over there for her?
I mean, I have a comment. Well, actually 2 comments. One is, for me personally, I feel like that's extremely shallow. I feel like that's extremely shallow for anybody to just want to jump on something for opportunity, because not all these people that have blue checks are celebrities, even if you work for it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you work for it, you can be someone who has had an impact on the community, but you are not a celebrity. So just because you see a blue check doesn't mean you just like need to be thirsty or jump over it. And I do accredit the people who have worked very hard to get their blue check, but I think that it's just, a check should not determine, you know, like your value. Like, and maybe that's just me personally. I'm not a very shallow person. I really do look for people for who they are, their soul, you know, like what they've been through. And I really want to learn somebody. So, I mean, you could be a very not shit person and have a blue check next to your name, and that can make some bitches pussies throb, but that's not going to do that for me necessarily. So if you just come correct and you just be the man that you are, then shit, I feel like that could definitely get you way further.
Do you feel like because the blue check is more for, you know, clout? You know, some women, they
is.
chase that, correct? They'll go, hey, Khalid, let me
Exactly.
Is
link
that
up
the
with
kind
you
of
because of
woman
that.
you want though?
And that's when you're going to get low vibrational women who only want you for that thing. And that's why I feel like that the dynamic of dating nowadays has shifted, because people are looking for that superficial shit, and they're not looking for, I'm sorry, not to curse, but you know, they're looking for superficial stuff, and they're not looking for the real deal.
It validates certain women.
Now I think that's why they actually set that standard where anybody can get a blue check, because they realize how superficial it really is.
Yeah. But I think for men in general, it kind of evens the playing ground for your average guy.
It does, but what I will say is that like the dating life for me, as far as that shit, that stuff.
Whatever.
It definitely has been more difficult to find women who really just want to be like down for me.
Yeah.
It's more so, they'll see blue check, but not only that, they'll go on my shit and they see, I'm doing this with this person, blah 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 blah. And then when I actually hang out with them, it's not like because I tell people like this is my job.
Yeah.
When I'm DJing, that's my job. You get what I'm saying? It's just like you go to work every day, and then maybe you'll go and party on the week. Well, it's my job to turn up the party, right?
Yeah.
So when I'm just chilling with a woman, I'm want to do something simple. Yeah. Like let's go to the movies.
That's not who you are.
And a lot of the times
It's
opposite. Like they don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So
it's because the expectation is already set. When they see that blue check and they see that you have all this traffic, you have all this attention, you have all this clout, you have all these followers, they want to leech off of you. Essentially, they want that, you know, they want to be posted on your page so that those people can traffic into their page. And it's just like I said, it's superficial. That shit is not real whatsoever, because that's all that it's for. And I just really hate that about our whole generation. Like everybody just wants to be this big name celebrity, and they really are not doing shit. Like, no offense to the females that are out here really grinding on the Instagram stuff, but like the whole Instagram model stuff, that deterred me from wanting to be a model, because once I saw the dynamic shift from actually putting in work for your craft, and it just being like, if you have a fat ass, if you got nice boobs, it's no longer art. It's no longer art, and it's just like this bullshit.
I feel like, especially what you said about like rappers, people were willing to work with you because you have a blue check. There are a lot of mediocre artists in Chicago, like really bad artists, and so it's like, are they gonna be able to get like seen because like of the blue check? You know, how does that look for people that are really making art and really putting their heart into their work, you know?
Yeah, and for me, it makes it a little more difficult because even after like everybody started getting it, hella motherfuckers started signing my that I never heard of. Like typically like an artist, because I'm really like an A&R with this stuff too. So like typically an artist on the rise might hit me up and they might have this and I'll pay attention. I'm like, okay, but now it's like 30, 40, like, and I'm like, I've never heard it. Then I'll click it and it's trash. Like, you know what I'm saying? So these are like the reasons why I don't like it, but I get why they did it too. And money talks. I seen something that was like, oh, since they did that, they made like over $600 million.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but they also like go back to money talk. So women assume like men with that check mark have a lot of money. You know that, right? No. You're shaking your head, but it's true. Money does talk, and they assume you have a lot of money when you have that check mark, or you have done a lot of things when you have that check mark. You know, beforehand now, but now they're assuming different. Like I said, oh, I thought little baby slid in my DMs with the whole Justin LeBoy thing that everybody seems to follow. Because you women are very predictable. One posts the same story. All of you have posted the same story by Justin LeBoy. I feel like that guy, you know, he's got you guys all mind warped. But at the end of the day, you know, a lot of these women now are just criticizing men. Hey, you know, you can't have this or whatever. But you guys have been faking a lot of things for a long time. You know, like you said, they post a picture of their ass. They post a picture of their titties. It's all fake too.
But that's what sells.
But not mine.
I feel like y'all could be mad at us for showing our ass and our titties, but
No, now you guys are mad at us as men for actually verifying
That's
ourselves.
what they have. That's what I'm saying. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, like
They
why?
have the ass and the titties. They have the verification.
I felt that.
I
And
feel
I
like
love that.
Why
for
are
them.
we hating them if we're sitting here
I
doing our
personally
bodies and they
And
just
they're-
want one thing?
I
Well,
felt that.
I'm gonna tell you guys
I
something.
get what you're saying.
I'm against all of that shit. I'm against anything that's fake. I don't care. Like, I mean, if women want to get fake bodies and stuff like that, do you?
Power to
But I
them,
still
for
have
sure.
the same.
But women get a lot of followers from their fake body. They show ass shots. They show titties. That's what
So
they
why
do.
are you mad
And
at
that's a
them and
problem.
No, I'm not saying I'm mad at them. I'm saying the women are mad at the men for verifying themselves.
For sure.
Oh,
I
like
haven't heard that, but
I've
for
seen
sure.
a lot of it, especially in
I've
Chicago.
seen a lot of it too. A lot of people have been bashing.
I've just seen the corny conversation.
You've
And
seen the
it-
corny ones?
But like to me, I mean,
I've had people say I'm verified in real life. Like, what the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean?
I mean, I got motion in real life.
Okay. Blue check. Like if somebody goes to your page and just sees hella followers, they're still gonna go. You really don't need a blue check.
Not at all.
Fair.
And a lot of people be buying their followers.
Gee,
Yeah.
people buy their followers, they buy their likes,
They buy their likes.
comments.
Okay.
I know
But
somebody
I feel like
personally.
You could tell.
That
Who
brings
does
you
it?
to why do people feel like they need this
What you
validation?
said
Why
earlier,
do people
validation.
feel-
That's
yeah.
Yeah, women just want to feel validated.
and not just women, men too.
Yeah, men
Yeah.
too, for sure. It's
It's,
big in the
it's
men's
this like
community.
sick thing, this drug, this clout thing. Yeah,
It's
this
the adrenaline rush that
Girl.
everybody gets when they're like, "Oh my God, 600 people said they love this picture."
It's something about
But a
posting a
lot of people
picture.
focus on that one person.
It's the
that said they
culture
shit,
now.
girl.
It's like,
It's a
Well,
way.
coming from a real bitch
okay.
with a real body,
Whatever.
I feel the same way about both the fake verification, the fake bodies, all of that. Like I said, I mean, to each his own. Do what you want to do what makes you happy. But at the end of the day, it's still fake.
Yeah.
So your ass is fake. His verification is fake.
Yeah.
You have no say over what the fuck he does or what
Yeah,
happens.
right.
Like
But
I don't know.
It's
Is the
like-
verification fake?
the
If you
verification
buy
is fake. You pay for it.
But
How is it fake if you pay for it?
Oh, it's
It's
like
real.
weave. Are we saying it's like weave now?
Yeah, that's
If
what
you
I'm
buy your
saying.
hair, it's yours.
No.
No.
Because if I buy
It's not.
verification, then it's authentic, right?
No,
It's
know.
not fake.
authentic.
Okay.
Wait,
So I
authentic.
feel-
Authentic.
I'm
I
just
ain't
playing
gonna.
devil's advocate.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. You could tell, because I've been having this conversation with homies. You can tell who bought their shit and who didn't.
For
Right.
sure.
Can you tell when a woman's body's bought and not?
Yes.
No, I don't think so. Not all the time.
Yes.
You can kind of tell, not all the time.
I'm gonna tell you. You can always tell
One
when
at a
a
time.
woman. You can always tell when a woman bought her body. For sure, 100%. Because nowadays women don't know how to just do that shit subtly. They don't know just how to get a little extra pump. They don't know how to get a little. They want to go as big as they can. They want the titties as big as they can, and their body is like. Originally, you were like 120 pounds, and
Yeah.
you got 80 pounds of ass and titties on you.
I've seen that. I've
It's
seen that lately. Yeah.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like,
Imagine what that does to your back.
Honestly, I can honestly say I've
What?
met
Go ahead.
this one girl. She has a BBL. You would never be able to tell, but it's like because she don't do that shit for clout. Like she wanted to feel better about herself.
I feel like a lot of older women are doing it to just kind of start competing with the younger women. If you're not married and you're in your 30s and you got to go kind of back in time, I feel like that's why they do it. Realistically, okay.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's right, but I felt that.
I don't think it's wrong. If you look in the mirror and you're like, you know what, I see myself like this, right? You should try to, if the best way to do is pay for it, that's fine. I don't think there's a problem. But if we go back to the double standard where a man's like, you know what, I'm a high value man, I deserve that fucking check mark. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But he said, oh, you get a lot more play during it. Men know that. They know they do.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
is it a deal breaker for anybody? Like, if you meet somebody and they bought a blue check,
I
is
could
it
care
like,
less.
No, if my man bought a blue check, I'm good. I'm
cracking
I
up.
don't care. I
Is that
think
really
it's
real?
not
Okay.
serious though.
You pay for that every month, baby. Pay
But
for
it's
Netflix,
because
but
they
I have to
wanna
pay for
feel
HBO Max.
validated.
All right, one at a time.
They want to feel validated within themselves. So by all means, if that makes you
Okay.
feel validated, my baby, then go ahead.
And I
Show
felt
off
that.
that blue
But-
check with your
okay.
5,000
So
followers.
as your woman, it's
Still
like
gonna
I
like the
hope that I
picture.
validate you enough so for you to feel validated. What the
But
fuck?
sometimes
you
it
need a
doesn't
blue
always
check.
just come
You need
from
a-
the woman.
You need a blue
What about
check so
somebody that's
bitches are
single?
sliding into your DMs.
What about somebody that's
Honestly-
single?
And he's
And
trying,
they're
he's
paying
trying
for-
to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
They're paying for a blue check.
You're gonna look
I
at
would,
him less.
I would honestly feel like it's because it's like you're not confident enough in yourself. You're not okay with just getting 20 likes on your fucking picture. I'm sorry, on your
Go ahead,
picture.
you're fine.
But that's weird to me. Like it's just
No, but
social
even with
media.
the blue
You know what
checks,
I'm
he's
saying?
still
Like,
getting the
it's-
20 likes. So why does it matter?
You're saying it's just social media, but
I think
social media is slowly running the world. If you
Yeah,
think about it,
I
right?
feel like it's
Yeah.
a lot to keep up. Like that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Like it's a lot to keep up, and I feel like if everyone has access to it, it loses its value. For sure.
Okay, so if everybody can do it, it loses
I
value.
agree.
Yeah.
with you.
So if they make BBLs $1,000 and every woman's sliding up and getting them,
because
Can I
listen
say
to that
something?
now.
because in Miami it's different, right? Miami, every girl.
They out here.
Hold on, in Miami is every girl, right, Khalif? Every girl has got work done in Miami.
Kim, the Kardashians were getting BBLs until everyone else was able to get a BBL. Now they're getting them taken out because it's like there's an exclusivity.
It's
Once everyone
interesting,
could do it, it's not important.
No. See, that's where you're wrong. It's
Okay.
not an exclusivity.
Okay.
These people have the best doctors in the world.
Yes.
They know there's some bullshit going on with it. That's what you guys don't understand. There's a lot of bullshit going on with that. Whatever they're putting into their
Yeah,
bodies,
there's
you know.
people that have been sick from breast implants and they've caught illnesses and been sick the whole entire
They
time.
know something. That's what I would say. They know something we don't know, realistically, because, like I said,
I mean, we know though. We know. We
Yeah.
just want to be oblivious to it because it's a trend right now. Like women tend, not me personally, but women tend to do things off of like the idea of what men want, what they desire. So all guys were saying like, oh, I want my girl with a flat stomach. Even in the rap songs, they're talking about paying for BBLs. So it's like women want to appeal to men. So a lot of women did that and they didn't want to work for it. You go into the gym and being consistent and being dedicated to the hard work. Nobody really wanted to do that. They just wanted to appeal to men. Everybody want to be the baddest.
so do you feel it's
bitch in the
kind of
room.
the same way if we go back to the verification?
Yeah,
right?
they want to be
They don't want
like,
to work for it.
yeah, but also to go back to what you said about me wanting like dating a guy with a verified check. If my guy paid for a check, I feel like the only way that he would be dubbed would be if he got a blue check and he's not doing anything. You got a blue check and you just posting ordinary stuff. You going to Chicken and Waffle. You going, you know what I'm saying? You going to Wales and you ain't doing anything. You're not even in any type of field or industry.
Yeah.
But if you pay for your blue check because you are trying to get traffic onto your page and you're actually trying to grow because you don't have the necessary resources like other people did, I would still fuck with you. But if you just want a blue check just because whatever, just because you
Or for
want to
some
feel like
person.
you're that person, for me, that's really lame. That's a big L for me personally.
Okay.
You got to be doing something. You got to be working. You got to be grinding. And I know that it doesn't come easy for everybody.
Because social media is a new dating platform. That's what I tell people. They won't say it exists, but it really
It
does.
does, yeah.
It's all social media. That's how
Yeah.
people date
It's
now.
definitely your resume for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Your pictures.
I mean, how do you feel? You said you do the radio and stuff. You know, how do you feel like if a man does have it or doesn't? Is it a deal killer?
Man, I mean, I'm so used to it already. So like to me, it's it depends what they do.
Yeah.
Okay, he can't just be out here like regular schmegular Joe, not doing shit
On the
with a
block.
blue check, and now people are like, "Hey, yo, Mayho, what's up with your guy? What did he do? Nothing." Like, no, But
He verified because of you.
you feel me? And that's crazy. It's like I
verification.
am who I am, and I got my following, but I still ain't got a blue check.
Okay.
But it doesn't.
What opposes you from getting it? Because you could go get it.
So I did apply for it, but it just never happened. And I
Okay.
got a lot of press, but it just, I don't know what's wrong with Instagram. They don't fuck with me.
It just don't do it.
I don't know.
You know, I got-
verified. Help me out.
I got a cousin of mine that has like 4 million followers. He's not verified. They're legit.
Yeah.
He's legit, probably one of the biggest, comedians. He does all his little sketches and all that stuff.
Yeah. So why?
And they won't give it to him either.
But
So
why?
it's just the way
That's
the algorithm
probably it.
works.
Yeah,
It
right.
just fixed, right?
It's just,
Have you violated Instagram?
have I? No, maybe like one time before, a long time ago, but
They hold that against your will.
they ain't shit.
But if we go a little more, so
Oh, okay.
do you think it kind of, like, all right, if a man slides in your DMs that has it, you'll look at it first?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah. No, blue check matters in that capacity. I promise. I'm just trying to keep it a buck. If somebody likes my shit with a blue check, and again, like I am around blue checks 24/7.
You'll open it. You'll see
I'm
it.
curious.
Yeah.
Is he?
Like, who
I'm
are
not
you?
impressed.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I think it's really hard to impress me because I actually have had people with blue check slide in my DM, and like, I really be like thinking about the type of person that person is. I'm like, you're really not shit. Like, why do I care to entertain you? But I guess it's just because I'm looking for substance in my life, and I only want to be affiliated with people who have true value. Like, that shit does not impress me at all. I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know if it's extremely humble of me or if this is like I'm just so beyond it. I damn near need a blue check because like fuck that shit. That shit does not impress me at all. Like niggas, guys with money, that does not impress me at all.
Well,
Guys
wait,
that have like fancy
okay, you
cars,
have
that
a
don't
man or
impress
no?
me. I'm single right now, but
Are you like in a
honestly,
situationship of some sort?
no, I don't do situationships.
Okay.
I'm single because I want to be single. And there's so many guys that do want to talk to me. But for one, I was engaged for 7 years. I was in a relationship for 7 years.
Engaged
And
for 7 years?
I was in a relationship for 7 years. I was engaged for a year.
Okay.
Before we broke it off.
Okay.
But personally, it's just like that shit, like, I don't know, maybe I'm extremely picky.
Maybe you're hurt.
I'm not hurt.
You're 7 years, a long time.
7 years is a long time. I've been single for 2 years, but
Okay.
it's by choice. I don't find too many people of substance because everybody is superficial and shallow. They want to buy blue checks.
It's just all about what you
I don't want
want
that.
at that time.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Like, if I'm looking for just
I don't even date on social media. Like guys that try to pull me through my DM and shit like that. No, you gotta meet me a real person. If I'm out at the club or if I'm out having a drink or if I'm at Target, that's the
100.
But I think, let me stop you right there. I think
That's
that's
the best
definitely a lot worse. You can meet Joe, whatever, at the bar. A lot of you girls don't even talk at the bar. Majority of you don't. Okay? You're on your phones looking. I see it all the time. Okay? Most of you are on your phone looking. Go to the bar, you're on your phone looking.
Y'all do
The
that.
phone,
I feel like-
the phone, no, women are worse. I don't say men. I think the women are a lot worse with the phone. So
But
How about when you
But you know what? Like, you get my best on Instagram, so I co-sign what you say. I want to meet him in person first. I don't want him to know what I look like on Instagram first, because you're gonna get my highlight reels on Instagram. You're always gonna get the best.
but how many men are just gonna go up to you and approach you that don't know you? That's
I
a
hope
very
that
unlikely.
happens.
Oh, it happens.
Yeah,
actually,
and I
it
also
happens.
The
feel
grocery
like
store.
I also
That's
feel
just
like
about
it's
confidence.
It
it's
happens.
important to feel somebody's vibe out. Like we can vibe on Instagram, text, and whatever, but when I meet you in person, do we vibe? Do I?
Because
I
sometimes I
feel-
switch up completely.
Yeah, exactly.
And are you a
talk it out.
catfish? Are you a
Are you a
catfish?
catfish?
Because
That's FaceTime
Hey,
now.
a lot of women are catfish.
Okay.
I swear, I asked you today. I'm like, look at my Instagram and look at me in person. Like, do you think I look better in person or do you think I'm a catfish? And you look exactly the same. But that's not what
Nah, I
you
didn't
get
say
all
that.
the
I said
time.
you look better.
Oh, you said I look better? Okay. You said I look better in person.
Detox said
That's
that you look the same.
I know, right?
Okay.
So I mean, that's why I don't really care for the whole social media thing because everyone's gonna promote the best version of themselves. And I know on your story and stuff, you might have highs and lows, and you might talk about your emotional stuff that you're going through. But when you scroll through somebody's page, they're only gonna post when they out, when they feeling good. Nobody's gonna
Highlight
post
reel.
themselves.
When they down bad.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's like, I need to
Something-
see the real
Because
stuff.
we're talking about catfishing, and if anybody could buy a blue check, we can really go there to how a random man who's probably sick in the head could get a blue check, and there are naive girls that are, willing to throw it back for a blue check, and they're getting into situations that are not the best for them because somebody just bought a blue check. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Catfishing goes both ways.
Yeah, but it goes to men too. You know what I'm saying? Like you women, they buy the titties, they buy the ass. Bring you back home. You look like a completely different person too. You know. So it's just, you know. I mean, that's real life. If you really think about it, that's real life when you see them. You know. I think it's harder for a man if you really look at the perspective. But you know, guys, I appreciate you guys being on today's show. Tune in next week for another episode of Wake Up. All right.
Yeah. Period. Thanks for having us.
No, I was gonna say I had 20K. I have to leave it on one day.
Y'all could drink more. We're gonna take our 10,
Can you
15
cut
and
this?
shoot again, okay?
Can you cut?
I bet. It's cool.
Well, I was about to
Well, at least y'all know my stance. I'm not for none of that fake shit. No fake ass, no fake